going on, peeps? I am the urban franchise Tony Montana, and yes, it has been 9 years since my first YouTube video. So what we have always done, we're going to count down the top moments throughout those 9 years. Now, as usual, I come down here and do it by myself, but this year I am not alone. I'm being joined by
Vivi from Wabi Sabi Adventures.
me and Vivian are going to count down the top 9 moments in the history of the TBX 420 Club and Urban Franchise Entertainment. Now, every story has a beginning, so I think the best place to start would be the origins, my YouTube origins. Why did I start YouTube? What did I do in my first video? Now,
I don't know that actually. I would like to know.
we don't have that first video available, but what I do have is the two ones I'll consider the replacements as a start. The Throwback Stories episode and that Easter Egg Challenge episode. So let's go over to the voiceover and let's find out my YouTube origin story. Alright, peeps, so this is not my original video, but this was the first video recorded for the TBX 420 Club. Well, technically the first one I uploaded, at least, to that channel. The next video in this is actually the one that was the first one made originally for this channel. But my original story on YouTube was quite interesting. I didn't aspire to be an influencer. Even back then, it wasn't really a big name. I actually did not know the word influencer for the first 2 years. But I was in a relationship at the time with the lovely lady you see on screen, and at the time it was my youth. It was like 10 years ago. I was a little more insecure than I am now. I wasn't as awesome as I am now. You gotta evolve into this. And she told me she had a friend who did a YouTube video and it got 100 views. And she was saying, that's really impressive. She had a lot of gamer friends. She was a gamer girl. I'm not the biggest gamer in the world. She owned me a lot in Call of Duty. Well, I was like, I could do better than that. And my next question was, what's YouTube? I've known of the platform, actually wanted to upload to the platform, but just didn't have the circle of people to do it. Ironically, at the time, my younger brother, Dr. Clone, was starting his original channel. And we were thinking of ideas because he wanted to try to grow it. And we were watching a video of this guy, I can't remember his name. I think his name was Kevin. I can't remember his channel's name, but he sold this challenge where you take a raw egg and you gotta crush it with your first 2 fingers and your thumb. Now, when I saw the challenge, I was like, go get an egg. I can do this. I can do this. Because I had just bragged to her that, yeah, 150, that's nothing. And the guy who we saw in the video said, if you can do this, you are legitimately the strongest man in the world. At the time, I was younger, and it's something I actually thought. So he got the egg, I did it, and boom. That was my first YouTube video, me doing the Easter Egg Challenge. I did it several other times. You'll see it in this video. I'll keep this going until you actually see me do it. Well, I'm telling the story. Here it is. Here it is, the main event. No one else was ever to do it. I did the video with many people. No one actually pulled it off. I don't know if I can still do it. I might try one day. Someone might bribe me to try one day. But it was something I kept doing, and it got a lot of views. It blew up. Unfortunately, those original videos got deleted, and things between me and that girl didn't work out. Now, I always thought YouTube at first was something because of me and her. Eventually evolved to something that I actually always needed. And I'm kind of grateful to her for her part in bringing me to the platform, because it gave me that creative outlet I've always needed, but apparently never had. So yes, technically I did start YouTube because of a girl. Originally. Those original videos from my brother's channel. That was me starting YouTube because I really liked the girl I was dating and I was trying to impress her. Which it didn't. Actually, it hasn't really impressed any girl enough to date me. So my original reason has completely failed. But it's been such a great creative outlet. I do not mind. But all this is from the original Stewart's channel. This right here is the first video I did for the TBX 420 Club. Now, what brought me back to YouTube is I was in a transition in my life. I went back to school, and I just wanted to stay focused. I did not want to be partying and doing the stupidness that I was doing at the time. So just one day, I pulled out my phone and I told the throwback story. Ironically, I remember in this episode, I said something of I don't have my regular set, and I'm not going to do my regular. I didn't have a regular set. I did not have an original intro. I had nothing. I was just winging it. And you guys like those throwback stories as much as you like the challenge video. You guys started following me every week, finding about all my drunken adventures from my 20s. And you know what? At 40 now, it's been 10 years. There's a lot more to add to there because I didn't get any much smarter in my 30s, not until the end at least. So stay tuned. We might bring back another season of throwback stories. But yeah, that is my original YouTube origin story. Originally started because of a girl. Then it became something to keep me focused and keep me from partying when I went back to school. And now it's just the greatest creative outlet I've ever had, and I love it. All right, peeps, so that was number 9. Now we're going to jump into number 8, which was a very huge moment for the channel. First time I saw ridiculous numbers, and it was the first time being embraced and accepted by a community that I was scared to upload to.
YouTube?
No, it was actually the wrestling community.
Oh. Okay.
I've been a lifelong wrestling fan, but starting off in YouTube, you deal with a lot of haters and a lot of people in communities rejecting you.
Yeah.
I didn't want to experience that with the wrestling community, but going to my first live pay-per-view, and experiencing how that community was so open and accepting, and how much they loved me. Like, the only other love I got from that was from the rock music community. So it was just like amazing to get that. And that'd be Slammiversary.
Is that the one that we went to?
Well, actually, it's the same company.
Oh.
The same venue, but it was actually several years ago back on my old channel. Let's go to some voiceover clips over that, talking about that. Actually, let's show you some clips of when we went, because I don't got the old ones. Slammiversary was a big moment for my original channel, and yes, these clips are actually from this year's emergence, but it just reminded me going to this event that Impact Wrestling has personally been my most enjoyable live wrestling events of anywhere that I've gone. I have thoroughly enjoyed it every time, and the first time I went, it blew up my channel. That's why I'll always and forever support Impact Wrestling and always be grateful for them. One thing that made this year's Impact event especially special for me was being reunited with my brothers from Dynasty, the Lionheart, Mikey Truth, the Takedown King, Jackson Roy. Seeing them again, they were like literally my favorite interview, the first professional wrestlers who gave me a chance to come out on my channel and let me interview them. It was a great, and this moment right here, Jackson declared me an honorary member of Dynasty, a wrestling faction I'm actually a fan of. Biggest moment for me as a wrestling fan. Thank you so much for that. Always be grateful to these guys, and I look forward to seeing them again on the channel.
That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun actually. So my first time.
Yeah, your first wrestling event, and you have a vlog coming out about it too, right?
I do. So if you want to see more clips from that time where Tony took me to go see my first live wrestling show, you can check out my channel, Wabi Sabi Adventures, on YouTube.
The link will be in the end screen down below, or on the screen, peeps, and the description as well. So now we're gonna jump into number 7, which actually happened a month or two right after going to that Slammiversary event, and it was when I unlocked the space. The YouTube space, my old happy
I
place.
thought you meant outer space.
Oh, I wish. One day though, one day.
One day.
When they make it, you can go on vacations there. I'll definitely take them up on that.
You gotta aim high and shoot for the stars.
Exactly.
Maybe you'll land on the moon.
Too sick. That would be awesome. I prefer Mars though.
Mars is farther.
Yeah,
So I guess aim for Mars, and if you land on the moon, you can go from the moon to Mars.
this is true. This is true. The YouTube space was a special event place that certain creators, once YouTube considered you famous famous by their standards, they gave you access to. You were given a certain amount of time to film in the studio, and you're invited to exclusive events. I've met a lot of great creators and been to some amazing events all over YouTube. They had this very awesome thing called at the end of every event called Creator Happy Hour, where it was like an open bar, and you got to mingle.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it was awesome, and you got to mingle with all the other creators. Now you guys know they got these new YouTube events that are coming out. I've been to a few of the online ones. They're actually run by high-level influencers.
Oh, really?
Instead of by YouTube, there's certain places that they have for you to go.
Uh-huh.
There's a few in New York and LA coming up where you just go and you go to an event. I went to one on shorts. I got one coming up on wellness this upcoming week. They teach you some stuff, and then in the in-person ones, then you get the creator happy hours.
What's the coolest thing you learned?
I would honestly say basic editing skills. Because
That's important.
my first channel, I did not know how to edit at all. I just literally was posting raw videos. As soon as we get to that membership tier, you guys will be able to see those originals. But Adobe paid for us to take a course and gave us the software free for a couple years.
You got paid?
Huh?
I paid for it.
We got it for free. They paid for us to take a course. Like someone came, took a course. Oh, and there's this
And I paid like tuition.
Oh wow.
Cause I studied this in school. I studied photography, so part of it's been, man.
No, and the funny thing is, even after during the lockdowns, they kept giving us 6-month memberships every half
I
a
got
year.
scammed.
Well, I guess they did extras for the influencers. Like when we go, the first time I went to unlock the space, we got this 3D thing. I actually have it in my room. I should have it here. But let's go to some clips, and when we come back from those clips, I'm gonna show you that thing that I had. Unlocking the space was definitely one of the defining moments for me in my influencer career. I didn't even know the scale of it. I saw people going in there excited, jumping up and down. And I was like, okay, this is just something cool YouTube invited me to. This is before I went there. And this was me discovering one of my first happy places, where got me to the point where I realized my happy place is just in front of the camera. But being here in the YouTube space where they treat you like a star, they give you top quality equipment, you go to amazing events. I've saw a lot of great, amazing content in this place. And it all started here. This was the event. This was my Unlocking the Space event. I interviewed great people like the famous violin girl, Bridget O'Regan. That was an honor because I was a fan. Priya Manil, internationally published model. One of my first interviews in the space. You guys remember the WGF? I got to become a bad guy the first time and betray Rusev. There was more of the WGF and a few more of the shows I did. The YouTube space was nothing but great moments, and I miss it. And there you go, peeps. The official YouTube space. This was the gift from the first event. Every event I went to, check it out. Every event I went to, they did give us a gift. It was actually really cool. And then every time we went out there, whether it was for a course, I actually went to the premiere of Cobra Kai. That was actually really cool. And met a lot of high-level influencers, which is really, really awesome.
What was one piece of advice that stuck with you?
Fuck other people's opinion. The one thing they told me, and it was the biggest issue I had at the beginning, because no one I knew, when I started, a few people were supportive, but then once I started to get a following, it's like no one was commenting anymore, not everyone was liking. And actually a few big influencers kind of did tell me, it's like, you're here for a reason. They're not here.
That's true.
They'll never be here. And YouTube, going to the YouTube space, like my point of contact, all the staff there, they were like, you're special, you're a star. At the time, I didn't really accept it because I was just like, I'm just a dude making videos in my mom's basement.
But that is how all the YouTubers started, right?
Yeah, so just like getting into that class and having those people on that level tell me that and tell me how much they love what I was doing, just like really helped me grow. I kind of feel it was like something that happened too soon for me. Because, and here's one thing I'll point out, and that's why I am able to get into stuff now. There was a lot of bigger people than me, but there's two type of influencers, and YouTube started at that point reward one type. There's people who got numbers because they would pay for marketing, and people who grew organically. I was a broke college student when I started. I couldn't pay for a Google ad. I had no marketing. You guys just liked what I did, and that's why people like me got in, and there's a lot of people who never got in, but that's because their audience grew because they relied on marketing. YouTube's still the same way, that's why you get our videos the same way. Well, there's another perk out of that organic growth, is being monetized. And that was something that did actually happen just before that wrestling event. That wrestling event ended up being my first YouTube payday, the first time I got a payout. Because of going to that, which is really cool.
Pays to have fun.
Oh yeah. Now, the monetized program has kind of evolved over the years, but back then when I was on it, I got revenues from, you watched my videos, I was in the feed, you interacted with my videos, how much of my videos you watched. Then there was channel memberships, which I believe there still is, where a lot of you paid to watch my unlisted stuff, which was actually really cool. And then when I did lives, you guys could pay for super chats, so more or less they'd tip like $20, some like 50 or 100, and then I give them a shout out during the video, which I absolutely love doing. And then I had channel tips.
I want to shout people out.
It's actually pretty cool.
Is it?
Have you ever heard of Cameo?
Yeah.
Do you want to join it?
Sure.
I'll send you a link. You can use my affiliate code and sign up. It's actually, I love the Cameo platform.
Let me shout out your name and say how cool you are.
There's not much I can give you guys in the montage of being monetized, but here's just a few clips of me at that time. Getting this email was amazing for me because it meant my hobby finally became profitable, and it was a good sign. I did get a few annoying ones, like this one when I had to get my videos reapproved for monetization because some troll reported them, but it ultimately led to these type of emails when I got a payout, and those were the best emails because they led to me being like this, and we all like to be like this, don't we? All right, peeps. Well, okay. Running through this list, there is one thing I cannot leave out, and that is the fat kid content. Because you guys have loved to see me eat. You love to see me and my co-host eat. You love to see me eat with my little brother back when he did it too.
And we also like to eat.
Yes. It is one of the things I've been loving to share with you guys is my love for food. I'm not quite a foodie, but I am definitely a fat kid.
I'm also a fat kid.
Definitely.
And now I'm hangry.
Really?
Because I haven't eaten anything yet.
You know what? It is a Tuesday. So, as a surprise...
What just happened?
Hey.
Why am I sitting down?
You don't really see it on Fat Kid Tuesdays, but on Urban Franchise Entertainment and the TBX 420 Club. Tony Montana is magic. And we are trying out something I've always wanted to try, and I think you know more about this than me.
I do. They are Chungcheon hot dogs, and they're basically your souped up American corn dogs. But instead of corn flour, I think.
Yeah.
It's rice flour.
Okay, so that's why they're called rice hot dogs. Okay.
They're called rice hot dogs.
Okay, Canada's first Korean hot dog brand. Okay, so this is the original in the Great White North.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do the reveal.
You know why they're better than your typical corn dogs? Because they have so many different flavors, as you can see. Ha ha ha. Look at all these different things. Yeah. So, what did you get today for us?
So today, we have got the chicken nugget corn dog, the squid ink corn dog, a regular hot dog and cheese one, and a ramen hot dog and cheese one.
The crispy ramen flakes. They're like, they crunch it up and then they roll it. It's crunchy.
While me and Vivian enjoyed those corn dogs, I'll explain the evolution of the Fat Kid content. It started off with a series called Creative Munchies, where I'd make unique snacks and ideas. Those kind of viral recipes you see online. That went on to me and my buddy Rusev doing a series called Will It Taste Good, where we got things that did not look appealing, but a lot of times they actually really did taste good. These both led into the Montana in the Kitchen, which will be coming back. And around the same time as those, I started the infamous burger series, which we are in season 2 right now. Stay tuned for it. But that evolved into Fat Kid Tuesdays, my most popular series, the only one on IMDb. Started off with me and my brother Dr. Clone. But after a while of us doing videos, it just wasn't good for his health, so I had to replace him. I found a few replacements, but settled on the best one, my current co-host, Vivian, or Vivi, or Lady V. We have so many awesome episodes coming your way, peeps, so stay tuned to all the Fat Kid goodness coming your way. Another key thing that was very, very pivotal in getting monetized, getting these opportunities like the YouTube space, you guys loving the wrestling content, was all the different characters that me and my brother portrayed. We've given you a variety of different versions of ourselves in our multiverse of madness, if you will. Maybe one day you'll get another variant of Vivian. We'll see. We'll see.
I don't know about that.
But you know what?
Maybe for you guys later on.
You've never met any of my other versions, have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay, let's bring one of those guys out.
Who are you?
I'm good old Peel Gibbs. Nice to meet you. Vivian, I've heard about you. You on Open Franchise Entertainment Fat Kid Tuesdays?
Howdy.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I'm good old Peter Gibbs up in here. Finally get to be part of one of these anniversary specials. This is actually pretty nice. You got a little thing with the name. There's little lights here. Wow, they didn't have that. They did not have that last time Peter Gibbs was out here. This is actually pretty nice. They just like literally put the phone on a few boxes for me, put a cigarette pack to hold it in place. I didn't even get a tripod. This is like, look at this fancy thing here. That's nice. You have done well, Tony Montana. You've done damn well.
He did do well.
Yeah,
he did very well.
He has definitely grown a lot of places since the TBS 420 Club. I know you guys have not seen me for a while, but it's good to be back.
I may have taken your spot a little bit.
You might have. We do have a show, Peter Gibbs in the Hood. We are still casting. Maybe we'll get you to be part of Peter Gibbs in the Hood. You can go with us to the Boom Boom Room, where Big Belly Stu runs our place. He's one of the most good guys out there. He's bad. He's a bad guy. Big Belly Stu, he's a very dangerous. But don't worry, Peter Gibbs, I'll protect you, Miss Vivian. I'll go out there and I'll keep you safe. And those Stu Corps, you don't trust those Stu Corps. That's a bad place. They did a bad thing to Peter Gibbs. Very bad thing. Peter Gibbs.
You're not selling this very well.
Well, no, you'll be with Peter Gibbs. Just like I'm saying, don't go to Stu Corps. That's, no. They say join us and they have cookies, but they're raising oatmeal cookies. I know. I know why.
That's a scam.
I know. Well, peeps, I don't mean to take you away from this anniversary special. What we're here to talk about is the various characters that have been portrayed. So,
I don't like Stu Corp. He sounds terrible.
He's Dr. Clone. He's
Dr. Colon?
Clone.
Dr. Clone?
He makes clones.
Oh, I thought you meant his colon. Or is it the same?
No, he's a clone. Like, people thought I was a clone of Tony Montana, but I'm just like from a different Earth. Like, Tony Montana's from Earth 416. I'm from Earth 905. So we're like from different different variants of. But I like 416. It's a nice place. You know?
Nice place.
It's like it's like the old west.
Nice people.
The 905's like the old west. That's why I don't go back. That's why I don't go back to the old west. I'm a famous professional wrestler there, but I like the simple life here. I like the simple. I work for Stu Corp. I clean up and I cook for them.
I thought you said to not go to school.
Yeah, I work there. I have to go there. You don't go there. I'll go there. I have to go there. They don't even pay me sometimes. Sometimes they'll give me the leftovers and go, "That's your payment, Peter." I'm like, what is this? I'm a variant of the main character. Okay, peeps.
There's so many questions.
They will be answered in due time. In due time. And let's get to those clips of all the different characters in the Urban Franchise Entertainment and TBF 420 Club. And yes, Stu Corp. They're a big part of these two, so we'll get those characters too.
I'd like to see them.
Well, I'd have to start off with the main characters. That'd be myself, the Urban Franchise Tony Montana, and my brother, Dr. Clone. We play different characters across the channel. My brother plays one called Vince, who's just some guy who works at his Stu Corp and annoys me all the time. Then there's Jeremiah, one of Dr. Clone's top hitmen. Me and him have quite the history, let's just say that. There's a vendetta between us, and I still don't forgive him from when I traveled to the past. Then there is the pervert. You know, he's a weird character. He has bothered everyone, as you can see, both the main characters, myself and Dr. Clone. We hope he doesn't come back, but he probably will. Then there's the one-off characters, like the other version of Dr. Clone.
Dr. Drunk! What?
Like a bad
Yes,
joker.
I am Dr. Drunk!
Dr. Drunk, who is awesome. Dr. Drunk, we need you back. Dr. Drunk, you are awesome. You guys just met Peter, but here's Sally, our horror creature type character. Yeah. Then there was Afro Jackson, who did our sports, and we had Tohoni Walker, who did the news. And there's Anthony S., the GM of WGF, and Big Belly Stu. We cannot forget Big Belly Stu, who runs the Boom Boom Room. Yeah, peeps, I know I did leave out a few characters, and I can't get to all of them, otherwise it'll take up the whole episode. But stay tuned, you're going to be seeing them and many more new characters in the coming years on the brand.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah. Oh, I kind of let Peter finish the episode. He kind of blabs on a bit too much, and he stutters too much.
That's a little weird.
Yeah. He has a good heart. But...
Yeah, I can see that.
So, peeps, outside of all those epic characters, there's actually a lot more to come. So stay tuned, because that's one thing that you're always going to get out of Urban Franchise Entertainment: originality and creativity. And we're always going to keep bringing it to you. There's another big thing that's been huge for this channel, and that's been collabs. One of the best ones we've ever done resulted in a regular co-host right here.
Thank you.
She's actually the first person who I've worked with regularly after the first collab. But there's been a lot of awesome people who've been on the channel, and some I've actually worked with multiple times. Why don't we run through some of those awesome guests who's graced us with their presence on both the TBX 420 Club and the Urban Franchise. those awesome people who have been here, and I hope to work with some of them again. Bridget, I'm definitely going to interview you again. Anissa, looking forward to bringing you on our vegan episode of Fat Kid Tuesdays when we do it. And Farrowin, I'm looking forward to work with you on anything because you're just awesome.
They do sound really cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Roddy, you guys know him and Frank are going to be involved in the WGF. All right, peeps. Well, there's something else we got to talk about right now.
What video are we at?
We
Top 3?
We are number 2 right now. Now, this is one of the biggest things in the channel's history, because this could have been the end. The rebrand. When I lost the TBX 420 Club, and we had to become the Urban Franchise Entertainment YouTube channel. It was a hard pill to swallow. That was my baby. That was me for the first time finding a creative outlet, something I've needed my whole life but never really truly had. And the one thing that I walked away from is I still had all my content. I still was able to back up all my videos on drives. So you guys, when you have channel memberships, you can actually go watch all that old content.
And back up your stuff.
But the rebrand worked because we came into it with a more professional look. We had two-factor dating. We had Down to Talk. We had Fat Kid Tuesdays, which is what brought Vivian to us. If we're still doing the burger series, I don't know if we would have ended up working together. So that's one of the biggest blessings out of the rebrand. But peeps, let's go to a montage as a tribute of that transition from the TBX 420 Club to Urban Franchise Entertainment. The rebrand was huge for me. The first several years of doing social media, I was Mr. TBX 420. Now I had to change that name due to some copyright issues. But fortunately, it's been a positive one. A lot of good things have come from the rebrand, like the additions of Vivian to the channel and all these new series that we're doing and more professional content. So I've gone from hating the rebrand to loving it. Can't wait to see what we're going to have coming out next. Stay tuned, peeps. It's definitely going to be awesome. It's been a wild ride. And guys, thank you so much for being with us all the way through it. And we look forward to the future with all of you.
You went through a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
It's been a ride. It's been quite a ride, quite a journey.
Hopefully I'll get there too.
Yeah, definitely. You're just getting started, but trust me.
I am.
The only way to go is up. There's nowhere else to go but up. Because once you start, there's nowhere beneath starting. Once you're starting, there's just like moving forward. The one thing I've found, especially with my channel, you fail, you come back, and you lose what you learned before.
That's true.
This channel would not have grown as fast as it did. We're at 7,000 subscribers. We're currently on the review phase for the first stage of monetization. So we get another merch store and channel memberships, and you guys could do some cool stuff. We're actually getting close to that 4,000 watch time. Very close. Stay tuned. We're growing. We're getting there.
So we can do more content
Yes.
for you guys.
We want to go to some awesome places. We just need you guys to kind of put that little extra push. But we love you guys for what you do and appreciate you. Which is why the number one thing is you, the peeps. Honestly, there's been so many moments where doing YouTube, I've gotten really low. Felt really down. And I remember there being a moment where I was just completely broken, and then opening up my phone and noticing I actually got comments. This was like 2 years into YouTube, but I didn't realize you guys were commenting all along. So I spent like 2 hours reading all the things you guys said. And there was surprisingly so much love. And you guys like pulled me out of a really dark place. And it's your love, your support. You guys keep watching the videos no matter what I do. Has made my life so much better. You and the YouTube space, all the people there, and YouTube itself, how embracive and supportive they've been of me.
It gave us a platform to express ourselves and to relate to you guys.
It's meant the world. It really has. And you guys continued communication with YouTube, for losing this first channel, then still maintaining that till now. It's just been amazing. I thank you for that. It's like you spend your whole life trying to find where you fit, and then apparently the influencer world is where I fit. I didn't even know the word influencer 2 years into being a YouTuber. Literally 2 years into YouTube, that's when I found out. I did not know the word. I thought it was someone's nickname.
Yeah, that's true. New words being added all the time.
But you guys have meant the world, and thank you.
Gave us a reason to do these videos.
Exactly.
And it's a lot of fun for us to do them.
And you guys continuing to hit that play button, to give that thumbs up, whatever you do to support us. All of you have a t-shirt of a cartoon version of me. This picture on you right now amazes me. The things that I have sold. You guys have bought flip-flops. You have brought blankets. Like literally some of you sleep wrapped around you. I thank you all so much. Let's go to a little tribute to you guys, because you guys are what make the magic. Peeps, I just want to say one more time, thank you all so much. You guys will never know how much you all really mean to me. And I promise to all of you, I will continue doing this as long as possible. I ain't leaving anytime soon. I'm going to keep giving you guys what you love. Well, Peeps, that is it for this 9-year anniversary. One more year and it will be 10 years, a decade of awesomeness. Let's work towards that.
Wait.
Thank you so much for joining me on this anniversary special, Vivian.
I only joined very, very late, but thank you for having me here.
You came in to the adventure at the early point of Urban Franchise Entertainment, technically.
Did I?
Because you're technically in year 2 of that channel.
Oh.
Because that's the newer channel. You missed the first ride, but that's when we're figuring things out.
That's true.
You jumped in when we knew what we were doing, and we're making that magic. And we have done nothing but made magic for you guys. And we intend to make a lot more magic for you guys. So stay tuned.
Let us know.
Yeah.
What we can do better, what we should try, what new things we should do, if I should talk more or talk less.
Sound off in the comments, Peeps.
Yeah.
What do you want to see us do next on Challenge Fridays? Where do you want to see us go on Fat Kid Tuesdays? Are you guys gonna comment enough and help me convince Vivian to jump into the Dr. Clone and Tony Montana Wars and Battle of the Brothers, or the Peter Gears in the Hood series?
I'm not a fighter.
Oh no, you don't have to be a fighter. It's just kind of like pranks, essentially, most of the time.
I'm one of those people that will prank like from afar.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Well,
If you guys want me to bad enough, and we get enough subscribers and everything, maybe
we're climbing,
put my
Peeps.
pride aside.
The old channel was
My
at
terrible
10,000.
acting.
We're at 7,000 subscribers right now. 3,000 more to get where we left off. And then, once we get there, there's only one goal in mind. That's 100,000 to get that play number button.
Ooh, really?
Oh, yeah.
100,000?
Yeah, I am going for it.
That doesn't sound so far.
No. Well, considering how much we've jumped over this summer of us being consistent,
True.
we started this summer at like, what, 2,000 something?
Yes.
We've gotten 5,000 subscribers just from posting every week.
Thank you.
So we'll keep this up for another year for you guys. And let's see how close we get to the 100,000 by the 10-year anniversary.
We'll try not to actually become like super fat kids.
No. I have a personal trainer
mind.
now. I'm gonna get back my muscles.
But we'll get there
Yeah.
with your help.
And if we
Thank
do
you.
become super fat kids, we'll just be able to relate to more of you. Peeps, thank you so much. As always, you can follow Vivian at
Wabi Sabi Adventures on YouTube, or if you like food, on my Instagram, Eat Now, Diet Later.
those links will be in the description. Be sure to stay tuned. Continue to follow us. Stay good, peeps. and keep
Keep it
it blitz.